Why do I have to brush every single day?" It was bedtime, and the stars were beginning to twinkle outside the window. Leo stood in the bathroom, staring at his bright blue toothbrush with a little sigh. "Mom, why do I have to brush every single day?" he asked, pouting his lip. "My teeth already look clean and white, like little clouds." Mom knelt down so she was eye to eye with Leo. She reached out and tapped the tip of his nose playfully. "We have to brush because of the sugar bugs, Leo," she explained in a low, mysterious voice. "They are tiny, invisible visitors who love to throw big, messy parties in your mouth after you eat your yummy treats." Deep inside Leo's mouth, two very tiny creatures named Zuzu and Plaque were waking up. Zuzu was round and fuzzy with bright pink fur, and Plaque was bright yellow with big, round goggles. They lived for the moments when Leo finished his snacks, because that's when the fun began for them. "Look at this," Plaque shouted, pointing to a tiny, golden crumb left over from dinner. Zuzu's eyes lit up. "It's a feast! Quick, call the others." Together, they started to jump and dance, inviting all their invisible friends to come and stomp all over Leo's pearly white teeth. But Zuzu and Plaque weren't just dancers. They were busy builders, too. Plaque pulled out a tiny silver shovel, and Zuzu held a glowing lantern. "If we stay here all night," Plaque whispered mischievously, "we can use these crumbs to dig a deep, dark cave right into the middle of this tooth." Back in the bathroom, Leo's eyes went as wide as saucers. "I don't want any dark caves in my teeth, Mom," he cried, gripping his toothbrush a little tighter. Mom smiled and handed him a tube of sparkly, minty toothpaste. "Then it's time to use your secret weapon, brave Leo. This brush is like a hero's sword, and this paste is your magical shield." Leo carefully squeezed a tiny, pea-sized dot of the sparkly paste onto the soft bristles of his brush. It smelled like fresh peppermint and shimmered under the bathroom lights. He took a deep breath, ready to start the great sugar bug chase. Leo put the brush in his mouth and started to scrub. He moved the brush up and down and round in little circles. Slowly, a forest of thick, fluffy white bubbles began to grow, covering every single tooth in a protective blanket of foam. Inside the bubble forest, Zuzu and Plaque were in big trouble. To the tiny bugs, the minty foam felt like a giant, soapy tidal wave crashing down on them. "The hero is here. The bubbles are coming," Zuzu screamed as she lost her footing. The slippery waves washed them right off the teeth and into the foam. Leo used only one hand to hold his toothbrush, scrubbing the front teeth until they shone like pearls. He was having so much fun that he started to hum a happy tune through the bubbles. Mom watched him with a big, proud smile, happy to see her little hero working so hard to protect his smile. Then, to reach the secret hideouts in the very back, Leo used both hands to guide his toothbrush with extra power. He scrubbed the tops, the bottoms, and every corner where a sugar bug might try to hide. He made sure the magical bubbles covered every single spot. After a big swish of water and a spit, the bubbles were gone. Leo's teeth were sparkling white and so shiny they looked like they were glowing. He turned to Mom with his arms raised high. "The sugar bugs are gone." Mom laughed and gave him a giant high five. "Great job, hero. Your teeth are strong, and now you're ready for the sweetest dreams."